Greetings and welcome to FactionMasters Season 6, Game 24, our second semi-final game between the Mountain Vargath of Orange Lazarus and the Wayfarers of BookishHolleas. And I am joined by our Wayfarers player, BookishHolleas. Welcome to the video.
Hello, thank you.
So in this matchup, note that Orange Lazarus had the choice of playing Mountain Vargath or Vanguard, since he had advanced with both of those factions up to this point. And speaking just for myself, when I play Wayfarers, I really struggle against the Vanguard. All of those 5 health minions and the Guardian Knights protecting Sarah that can just keep coming back forever, it seems. So when you saw Mountain Vargath, were you pleased or displeased to see this matchup?
Yeah, I was pretty disappointed.
Okay.
I figured this was going to be what he picked, just given Vanguard's reputation at the moment. But I would take a Vanguard game over the Vargath game any day.
Okay. Well, maybe sometime later you'll have to teach me how to navigate that matchup. But for now, let's focus on the Mountain Vargath. How do you get to Sunderved? Or do you maybe try to win on Econ? What's your take here?
Quite honestly, the Vargath is probably one of my lower win rates, and it just feels like a slog of a battle. If Sunderveld gets out of position, I'm happy to pounce on him, but I also had very little confidence that Orange Lazarus was going to give me that kind of an opportunity. So I went into this just kind of looking at it to see what opportunity presents itself and try and punch it as hard as I can, essentially.
Okay, so just opportunistic. Yeah. Look for getting damage in where you can. What do you think about having both Boldo and Tess in the opening hand?
Not exceptionally happy about it. One of them in hand at the start is great because I can usually kill something or discard a card or two and be happy with them, but both in the same hand usually means I'm going to discard at least one, potentially even just both of them, but we'll see.
Okay, well, it seems like the odds are stacked against you, but let's hit play and we'll see how you did. Mountain Vargath going first. Caller pushes the brute forward to try to take out that dancer, it looks like. Interesting. Yeah, it's interesting to me the caller was played on the back side and not the front side. I would want to play it on the front, but it could be a reason.
I think he had a martial forces already in his hand. The first turn, which is why he didn't put that forward, but I don't really know. That was just a suspicion of mine.
Well, the dancer lives.
Dancer lived. I think, just based off the perception of what I remember, I think that was like the one major slinger miss of the entire game.
Okay. Well, you've got some decent gate and waypoint placement here. Get a good shot at the slinger. Here, take it out.
Yep. I was happy with how my turn went, at least so far anyway. Because clearly this guy's gonna live.
This could be risky. Now that brute could punch Celeste out into the open. That was a risky swap. Oh, he's just gonna push her back. I would thought he might push her out to here and do more damage, but it looks like we might see Sunderved marshal that caller after all. Surrounding your forward wall, though, really. Oh, getting his own early gates. A very strong defensive formation here.
Yeah, this was, especially with a brute alive in my face here.
Yeah.
I didn't like where this was starting. Especially since he got Sunder, in that little position where he could also boost the brute across my gate. That was
Yeah,
just, I don't
and
know. I thought that was a really cool spot.
Protected by gates on 3 sides here. So explain, I'll just pause it for a minute here. Explain to me this rogue summon back here. Is that to put the waypoint back? Okay.
Yep. He switches with the waypoint for sure. And that gets the waypoint backwards in a more safe position. And lets him go forward. Let me get that Voyager over to the left side. So in case Celeste missed here, I'd be sure to get rid of the brute. But as it was, I put the rogue up there as an option for that slinger.
Yeah.
But since I hit the 3 out of 3 on that first Voyager,
yeah,
I felt like taking the chance to get rid of that gate in one turn.
I think that's good. I think that you've got enough magic to summon Boldo, and it kind of sets you up for coming in with some pressure on the left here, taking out that forward gate. Let's see how he responds. Moving up Sunderved. This really looks like a stronghold turn to me. He's really putting him out. Oh, maybe not. Just keep the gates coming. He's gotten all 3 of his gates in just the first couple of turns here. I should say maybe first 3 turns, but yeah. And another slinger miss.
Slinger missed on that one.
Let's see if we get another martial forces here. Oh, no, just gonna fall back. But not very far back. Just a little bit back.
A little shuffle. Which I think was good on his part. Now he's really blocked up that line, so I can't advance past halfway on that entire half of the board.
Yeah. So your plan is to just flank to the right? Oh.
Pretty much.
Okay.
I can't cross the halfway on the left. I'll go to the right.
And maybe if Boldo doesn't miss, you can take out another gate. There it is. Not bad.
Yep.
And
the rogue was there as the backup. But...
Get your horizon here. Down in the corner.
But yeah, having...
very good turn for you. I was
7 out of 7 there.
Yeah. I was thinking that you might summon a rogue here and go here to just block the gate, but I feel like what you did is a little better. With Wayfarers, you always want to have 3 units on the other side as much as possible.
Yeah, I toyed a long time with that rogue of, do I want him up there for the gate and probably get him killed this next turn, or do I block that kind of A3 spot so he can't summon anybody down below? I figured if I don't go 5 for 5 on that side gate, then the rogue down on the bottom left isn't going to be doing much anyway. And if I don't get I felt like I needed to fully commit to this right side flank, or if it didn't work, then I was just going to get stuck.
Yeah.
So ended up with the rogue that way.
It worked out for you. You got 7 hits on 7 dice, but I like how you have
Yep.
this waypoint here in case you need to get Boldo back into the action real quick. And it
Mm-hmm.
also leaves the waypoint up in case you want to do another horizon in the near future.
Yep.
Orange Lazarus has 6 magic, though. We could see some
Yeah, he does.
Varn coming out.
Uh,
I don't know about Quen in this game, but you get the horizon plunder here. Rogue
mm-hmm.
Spirit Voyager and Gem Dancer.
I didn't have any adventurers in my deck. That was my first adventurer draw.
Yeah. No champions for Orange Lazarus yet. So just
Nope.
some more commons. Gonna just mostly ignore Boldo for the time being, which is probably the right call. Actually getting some more damage on Celeste.
Yep.
Really good positioning with that slinger in a very safe place. This slinger in a less safe place, but taking you down to 7, you gotta watch out for that life total. While Sunderved is still untouched. Okay, now we get that gate blocked. Got your first
Yep.
adventurer. And your first coordinate. So I think I see, yeah. I think I see your plan here. Oh, and Celeste is going to be extra safe. You're really
Yep.
blocking off any chance of a ramming advance.
I might have been overly cautious, but yeah, I was pretty terrified of different versions of ramming advance and all that kind of stuff. The other thing that waypoint lets me do is now if I want to get that rogue out of the corner, if I want to use them somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
I can switch the waypoint in the rogue, and that then still blocks his summoning spot pretty safely. He doesn't have any diagonal attack tools, so the waypoint would be perfectly safe. But
Yeah,
it would give
that's
me
a
that
great setup for it.
ability out there.
I also noticed that you declined to send Boldo into the back rank to fulfill your other horizon.
Yep. At this point, he had. I mean, he still had 4 magic. I think he had 6 magic there, with 2 summoning spots open.
Yeah.
And this is where I kind of started, I think, going even harder at how many ways can I prevent him from summoning things that are going to ruin my day.
And this stronghold, ironically, maybe even makes it easier for you to block his summoning spots on this next turn. I don't think you can get to here, although he's got a lot of units on the board, so
Yeah.
it's
With
maybe
that
not that
brute one
relevant.
spot to the right, I would have just been able to summon right above my gate.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, I had to do some real fancy footwork here. With Baldo, this dancer, and this adventurer. This was actually, I don't know, I felt pretty nifty after this turn that I was able to block all 3 of those spots.
Oh, yes. Yes, with the...
Because I can push the adventurer forward a couple and Baldo dances over.
Embark, yeah. Well, with all of his gates being played, he can't play anymore, so that's where they're going to be.
Yep.
Have a feeling Boldo might not survive the next turn, however.
Nope. He might have put a little too much faith on Baldo living in places. He is not long for the world.
Good use of the fighter here to push Boldo back. which keeps Sundervid a little bit safer.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think there was one turn before this that I could probably have put a rogue, like a corner attack into Sunder, and outside of that, I don't think I would have had a single chance. I mean, we're what, 10 turns into the game. I don't think I've had a single chance to attack him.
I feel like we are entering, I don't know if I would call it the early late game or the late mid game, but looking at your draw piles here, we're getting pretty much into it. Yeah, Sundervid hasn't been touched. You've taken care of a couple gates, so that's in your favor. There's a lot of hearts on the board though. What's your outlook at this point?
I was not feeling exceptionally great unless I could. I mean, I think we can probably see it on this turn.
Okay.
Maybe the next one, but I essentially just went. If I can kill these last 12 health of gates,
Yeah.
I mean, that's about the amount of let's see, 4, 8. He's got 13 health of units and 12 health of gates.
Yeah.
If I get rid of the gates, that prevents another 7 commons and 2 or 3 champions coming out.
Well, you can get 8 swords on this gate.
Yep.
This one could be harder to eliminate, but maybe Celeste with a slip by in a future turn or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's
and so that played out. But I felt if I could get these gates, I felt pretty safe. I also still had a 1 card in my draw pile over him, and this last horizon still up.
Yeah.
And so I was feeling okay on the amount of cards I had left over him, but he's got a lot more health than mine.
Right.
So
I feel like attacking the gates here is kind of I'd say high risk, high reward. Because if you fail to kill it, you feel like you haven't done very much, but if you do, it's so impactful.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to hit play here, and we'll
go for it.
See what comes up. And this adventurer could activate Horizon if you want to.
Yep.
Celeste is going to inch... Oh, even going to see a slip by. Maybe Celeste can help do some work on that gate. Ah, this is good. Much better chance to get it, and you still have 1 slip by to get back against the right edge of the board, either ahead or back.
Yep.
Ooh, a little low there.
That didn't feel good. But this adventurer can get up and get to the horizon.
Okay, 2 out of 3 more. It's not too much to ask, is it? Okay, there you go. Yeah. Not too bad. Activate Horizon. Celeste is going to slip by back, the safer option. And I feel like the way that you've opened up the right side of the board while closing on... I mean, Orange Lazarus is keeping the left side more closed, but it's looking pretty effective so far. He does have that magic advantage over you.
Mm-hmm.
And now we get Varned. If there was one unit you could summon, you would want it to be Varned.
Yep. There was 1 space available for him, and he appeared. And honestly, I saw Varn, and I'm like, I don't know how I pull this off anymore. I was pretty scared at this point.
Ooh, wow,
and then
that's...
that happened, and this guy lived, which made me really happy.
That's very impactful. And the dancer also.
Yep.
He's got 1 more attack. I imagine the slinger will get... Oh, we've got a martial forces also. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess he wanted to keep this space open. He could have used Varn to push the slinger over here, but spending the muster card to make sure. Oh, and then Varn can block off with the
And
collar.
then he could
So
use the collar
good
there.
use for that also.
Yep. And now he's got another just wall of units.
Yeah.
And he's got 3 magic, so he could easily summon a guy, Varn it away from that summoning spot, summon another one, and just be really annoying on that front.
I like
So
this.
I put up another gate.
This reminds me of a pawn chain. These gates protecting
exactly.
each other, and his collars are blocking it, but with 1 damage each, they're not much of a threat to destroy them. Right. And you are rolling good dice here for the most part.
Yes, I am. When in doubt,
roll hits.
The other person. Yep.
So he can only get 1 more. The biggest unit he can summon is a brute. Although the way he's going through his draw pile here, and then Varn is allowing him to summon another one. The way he's going through his draw pile, he'll be out of cards right around the same time that you kill that last gate. So it may not matter so much in the end after all.
Yep. I also haven't seen either of the ramming speeds yet.
Well, he maybe just decided not to use them. I don't think he
might have discarded them. He might have not used them. But that was
nice
getting.
It's nice to save one just in case.
Yep. That was making the positioning of the last handful of cards here extraordinarily concerning for me. Because I was really scared of that. A ram or 2 with Varn out and Sunder. And that can put 7, 8, 9 swords into Celeste, I bet, real easily.
Yeah. Yeah, back up and swap away with the waypoint. Let's see if you get this. Oh, no. That would have been so impactful.
That would have been a nice one.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to, at this point, I'm running out of commons again. I didn't want to waste a bunch of rogues. I wanted to make sure that he wasn't going to be able to chip these rogues out, because they were so vital to me, to be able to get those extra little attacks in here. But then he decided to do this for me, and I was shocked.
Well, he just denies the gate. Yeah. I think he's summoned everything he can summon. And just made great use of Varn and the Glory Callers to open up spots on such a short window of summoning walls.
Right. But just the amount of health that he has right here.
It's a lot. Yeah.
4 callers, a brute, a slinger, Varn, Thunder.
Varn himself. Varn and Sundervet, 19 between the 2 of them.
Right. So now is where I needed to 1, get tricky, and 2, get lucky.
Roll a lot of hits. Yeah, that's what you need to do here.
Yep. I think this turn was another pivotal one of a little bit of luck. Dice expect to kill the brute and Celeste to kill a collar there. But I had to use the slip by for it. And that's, I don't know, scary. That's I keep running out of tools to be able to do it.
You had to use coordinate. You still have a slip by in your hand. Yeah.
Still got 1 slip by.
Yeah.
But I was running out of tools and tricks pretty quickly here, even though he has what's on the board and potentially ramming speeds.
Yeah, I think he's used both mustards, both Can't remember the name of this event that's
Yeah,
active,
this
but the
battle leader or somebody.
yeah, battle leader.
Um,
That's what it's called.
Yep. Hey, we got it right.
All right, we got it. Yeah.
That was his second of those. So he's got 2 ramming speeds that I haven't seen. That's that was what was really scaring me.
Yeah, one of those cards could be toured in just to make you sweat.
Absolutely,
But,
that wouldn't surprise me. This was I don't know about this. This rogue was able to take out the caller again.
yeah.
Got to lean into getting lucky. But so taking out that caller and then having this rogue on the side forced him, I think, in my mind anyway, forced him to pick a direction to go or to split his forces.
Yeah.
And that was my intent with this rogue. But at the same time, it got rid of the caller. I think getting rid of the caller was worth. I'll trade one of his last 4 units.
Yeah.
For this rogue.
And I definitely I applaud your choice to pick off the commons here, because Varn without the commons is, I mean, he's still a pretty hefty meat shield
You're gonna punch me in the face real hard.
Without this ability is one of the best in the game. You don't have any units to use with it. It's definitely blunting the effectiveness, using the superior mobility of the Wayfarers to either split his forces or force him to one side or the other. I think it was a pretty good call. Obviously, this slinger is the prize target, but getting the callers is really helpful too. And again, you got your 6 out of 6 swords, so the dice are kind to you so far. We'll see if that keeps up. Yep, protecting the slinger behind Varn.
Mm-hmm. Getting the caller in a spot where he can kill that last gate. And here's where I can not reach his units with anything that I have on the board yet.
Right. Well, there's the slip by, which means you won't have magic for the adventurer.
Yep. Yep. These were, I don't know, I think both of us were having real tough decisions on these turns. But missing that caller probably averaged out the last couple of my turns, but that was sad.
Yeah, I understand building gusto here. You really just can't can't afford to delay that adventurer. And Sunderved, I'm probably happy to take fatigue here. It's got a lot to give.
Would be very happy to trade one
I should say inaction, or
right. Yeah, this put me in a really hard spot because with a ramming speed, he could get anywhere on the board.
Sure, the got some clear lanes this way, clear lanes this way.
Yep, and with Varn, he could pull in a Varn Thunder and a Slinger. He can put 4 bows or 4 or 5 swords on pretty much anything at that point, which was really scary.
Yeah, well, here's the first ramming advance.
Yep. And this is where that rogue on the flank finally pulled off to pull Varn out of the way.
Yeah, you did split him here finally. Oh my word! Wow.
And Thunder got another 2 for 5.
Wow, that's needs to
and the dancer lived.
Do some combat practice there.
Yep. And now Varn's down right, Linger's way up there. just the caller for the defense on Thunder, and this is where I
Just
spent a
gonna
lot
go
of
for
time
it.
trying to do some mental math,
Yeah.
and it essentially turned out to, if I can do enough here, and he will, unless if he does not have another ramming,
Yeah. That.
then he will have 6 swords back into me.
Yeah.
And if I can live through, I don't know, that's probably a 30, 1/3 chance of
Yeah.
6 swords into 6 health, something like that. Um,
And he didn't have the ramming.
and he didn't have the
So let's
ramming.
see if his dice finally succeed. Oh my word! Wow. I might
Yep,
have to calculate the dice after this one. This is crazy.
it was.
He
It
just
was real
he just
close.
just missed a lot of swords. I was seeing a play there with the ramming assault where he could get that slinger over and put a lot more dice on you than that. But I think that's going to be the
Yeah.
game.
Oh, with ramming, if you just take the slinger and go to the second column, he
Yeah,
could still
there
shoot
were
me.
there were
It would be
lots
a
of plays with the
4.
slinger, but
Exactly. With a ramming, I would have been absolutely dead. And I don't think there was anything else that I could have done to avoid that. And I mean, I could have. Um, I was playing with all sorts of ways to block off with the waypoints,
mm-hmm.
kind of where the caller is, use the dancer to move the caller. Um, with some, I could have taken the adventurer over to the left side to make sure that he's safe, and then still shoot with 5 or 6 dice into Sunder from Celeste and kill the caller. But then if he has ramming, I'm still screwed. And if he
Yeah.
doesn't, then he would still have a 6 dice back into Celeste, but it'd be 4 swords and 2 bows with a slinger. Varn moves up 2 and then
Mm-hmm.
pulls the slinger down to shoot into Celeste. Um,
Yeah. Let's.
I mean, there were a thousand options that it was killing me, and when it really comes down to it, uh,
Yeah. This.
my
This.
dice were kind to me.
They were. They were. I'm
Yeah.
reminded of that old saying. It's better to be lucky than good, but it's best to be
Yep.
both. And I think you've proved that this game. You were lucky and you were good. So that got you through. Um, this I want to come back to this moment right here. I guess it looks like we're on turn 25. The ramming advance, of which we now know that this was the one and only one that he had.
Mm-hmm.
The decision to move Varn all the way down and take out that rogue. It seems like it's okay, assuming you get the dancer, which I think was maybe not a terrible assumption. You're doing 7 swords. Or
Yeah,
no,
I
I'm
think he had a
sorry. Yeah,
70.
7 swords on 5 health. You get that most of the time.
Should be something like 70 or
Yeah.
65 to 75% of the time.
Yeah.
He should have killed that dancer
Yeah.
for sure.
And maybe he just thought, you had 1 card in hand, although you had recently discarded to go up to 2. So he had.
Right.
I would expect it's reasonable to expect that you had 1 more common that costs 2 coming out. So that's either an adventurer or a dancer. But yeah, leaving that slinger stranded in the corner. It was a little awkward, but maybe it would have been better to just shift everybody over with that ramming advance, allowing the rogue to live. Yes, but this rogue is maybe too far away to do anything. Also, just a little awkward to have a ramming advance with 4 units. You have to leave somebody behind.
Right.
It would have been nice to have the slinger here to try to kill the waypoint after the dancer died, but I don't think there's a way to, even with Varn and ramming advance, I don't know if there's a way to get them all over into position to do that With the slinger in the back corner here, he's protected, but also he's immobile. Or I should say less mobile. You could leave Sunderved behind. Could have done it that way, but actually,
Varn moves. Yeah,
now
Varn
that I
moves the
think about it,
caller.
Varn could use form up on the slinger first, and then ramming advance, leave the caller behind. I guess you're kind of offering up the slinger to die, but maybe the slinger's gonna, yeah, do some damage. Oh, I see what you're saying. Push the caller here.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I
and
like
then
that.
all three of them
better.
run left. But that would
all
have
three
left.
head left. The caller is stranded, but
he would have only then had 4 swords from anybody into the dancer.
Well, it would have been
so
4 swords and then 4 bows from the slinger.
And so then I've got the waypoint.
You got the waypoint.
To
you
get
can
the rogue
jump
over
up
there.
and surround. But
so I'd still have.
I think it's reasonable, though. I think
so.
It's reasonable to think that Sunderved is not going to die in one turn to whatever you have coming out.
Right.
Unlikely to. I guess it was possible. I think here, let's jump ahead just a minute here to turn 26. So in this position, whatever you've got popping out, you're not going to. You might be throwing 11 dice at Sunderved, but you'd have to get all hits on a lot of bow dice. So I figure Sunderved could live at least one turn here, and if it means killing the dancer, I don't know. It was a tough position. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
It was brutal from both of us.
Be a Captain Hindsight here and say, oh, you should have done this differently, because you would expect to get 5 swords on 7 dice here. So.
Right. I think, and I think that was his biggest, most secure chance. Like if he had turtled for one more turn,
I kind of expected him to actually.
Yeah, that's where I think I would have taken the adventurer up and Celeste up and killed Varn.
Well.
And then it'd be full dancer, full adventurer, full rogue.
Yeah.
And Celeste against Thunder and a slinger and a caller. And at that point, the caller, slinger, and Sunder, even with a ramming speed, because I would have boxed him in, he wouldn't have been able to get, I think, the full the dice effect from.
How are you? Sorry. Speed. How are you killing Varn though if he doesn't move? I don't see you reaching there. The dancer can't get there. The rogue can't get there.
I would have taken the dancer 1 to the right. No, I probably would have taken the dancer 2 up, switched the top waypoint with Celeste, moved her up right below the dancer.
Oh, I see.
And then taken the adventurer up
and over to the side, and then pass. Either this way or this way.
Yeah, I would have shot first with Celeste and then pushed him up in that straight row. Way Sunder wouldn't be able to do the ramming advance towards Celeste. He would have been blocked.
Yeah.
So I'd have had 6 bows and 3 swords.
Well, that's an expected output of 6.5 hits.
That's probably a 6.
You'd have to be a little lucky.
Well, my whole second half of the game plan was get lucky. So
yeah. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of ways it could have turned out, but you've made it to the finals. Congratulations.
Yep.
And
thank you.
We definitely.
That was a heck of a game.
Oh yeah, it was great. I loved watching it with you. Any final comments before we close out here?
No, I don't think so. It's just been the games have been really fun, really hard games. A lot of really great moments of breaking my brain on trying to take all the Wayfarer tricks and use them all, and then when it comes down to it, get lucky.
For sure. All right. Well,
absolutely.
Thanks for joining us, BookishHolleas, and we look forward to seeing you in the finals.
Yeah, thank you very much. Should be a lot of fun. I'm excited.
Great. And thanks to all of our viewers. We will see you next time for more Faction Masters.